Hey y'all, I'm back again with the next Get Crafty box. This is the April 2021 box. Hello spring. I'm glad spring's here. Alright, so anyway, let's just jump right in. This is going to be a wall hanging, so you'll get your backer piece, and then these will be at the top and the bottom. You'll have your twine to hang it, which I'm going to set aside for a minute. And then you have your flowers and your words, and they are going to be taped on here like this because they are delicate. So, that being said, let's get on with it. So, I'm going to gently remove these and put them out of the way. And I'm going to paint my backer first. So, you are going to get brown, black, and white paint. So, these strips are going to be brown, the backer is going to be white, and the words and the flowers are going to be black. So, I'm going to grab my baby wipe here, and I've got my paint already on my plate, and I'm going to get into that, and I'm going to wipe it on. Now, I put just normal white paint in here. If you wanted a more creamy color, you could just mix like a teeny bit of brown in with your white, and you'll get a more creamy color. So that's just up to you. So I'm wiping this on. Remember, you'll probably get some fuzzies from the wipe, but those are pretty easy to get off later. So, all right. You might even get the edges to make them white also. I'm going to have to squirt some more white paint on my tray because I did not put very much. All right. Oops, got some on my table. All right, let me get some more white paint. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. So remember, you just, layer this on until you get it like you like it. So if you are one of my Get Crafty Box subscribers, why don't you drop me a comment and let me know which box has been your favorite so far, and maybe what kind of things you would like to see in this subscription. On the sides. I might speed some of this up because I know this has got to be boring watching me wipe paint onto this big shape here. So I was gonna say square, but it's not actually a square. So I didn't want to call it a square. I guess I could have called it a rectangle. because that's what it is. More paint. Alright, I'm going to set this aside and, you know, I might come back to it in a minute and add some more. I don't know where I'm going to set it to because my table all around where I'm sitting is full of stuff. Because that's how I roll. Anyway, alright. So, I'm going to grab my other wipe because that one is saturated with white paint. So, now I'm going to get some of my brown and rub it on here. I like it, you know, kind of lighter, like a stain, like that. So that's perfect to me right there. I might get a little bit right around that edge, but this is how I like it. But you do it how you like it. If you want to put more, put more. It is your thing. Alright, I like that one. Let's do this one. And I've got white paint on my side there from my thumb, so I'm just going to kind of take a clean part of the wipe and just wipe that off a little bit. There's some. Okay. Alright, cool. Now maybe I'll fold this up and clean my hands a little because they're gross. Okay, all right. Okay, those out of the way. Let me bring this back. I need to take a sip of my coffee. All right, now this has some little fuzzies on it, so I'm gonna kind of brush those off. Oops, that's still wet. Alright, now I'm gonna add a little more white. Actually managed to find a relatively clean place on my wipe, so I'm gonna go back over where I feel like it needs a little more. Oops. Oh, what? Dropped one of my letters into my plate. Whoops. I don't know how that happened. Anyway, alright, so get a little more paint on here. In the places where I feel like it needs more. Always whenever after I film this video, when I go back and watch it, when I'm editing, I always see spots and I'm like, add paint there, but it's too late. It's too late then. So, oh well. Alright, let's see. That's pretty good. Probably. No, I know I'm going to see that spot and I'm going to be like, oh, add paint. Alright. So, there we go. Alright. Paint. I think I'm just wiping it off at this point. Gently, gently, gently. There we go. Okay. Gotta stop, gotta stop. All right. I don't know. You may want to take a moment to wash your hands. I don't know if yours are going to look like mine, but I got all into it there. So, okay. Now, moving this aside. Gonna bring my letters over. Yeah, that goes like that. Okay. All right, so now sponge and paint. So I've got my black and I'm gonna dip my whole end into it, tap some off because we don't want it all runny, and then start patting it on your letters to paint them. Now, always remember, you can mix paints if you want to. You can mix white with any color to make it lighter. So if you didn't want to do these letters and flowers black, you could mix white with the black to make gray. Or if you have paint at home or leftover paint from any of the previous boxes, you can, by all means, go for it. Use it. All right. The smaller ones, sometimes I find it easier to pick them up. I end up painting my fingertips, but that's okay. My fingers are already gross. Go ahead and put another coat on my word because it's not very dark. Okay, now same with the flowers. Remember, be gentle with these. They are pretty. They're pretty delicate. I'm sure they're probably disappearing on my table once I paint them black. Y'all hear Pippa growling? When she sees people outside, she feels like she has to be a guard dog. She didn't get up though. She's just laying down. She's gonna growl. Oh, there she goes. All right, Had to stop and chat with my work neighbor for a sec. But anyway, I'm back. Okay. I'm adding more to my spring because I just don't know if it's covered enough, and I want it to be super covered. And some of these flowers, I feel like they need a little extra. So, you just keep adding, keep adding to it until you like the way it looks. Like that definitely needs more. Okay, this one needs more. All right. I did a arts and crafts show this past weekend, the Onion Festival, and it was my first time having a booth at the Onion Festival, and it went very well. I didn't really know what to expect, but I was pleased with how it went for me anyway. So even though it rained and we had to close, before lunch on the first day, I still did well. So I definitely cannot complain. My hot seller were Tooth Fairy boxes. They're little wooden boxes shaped like teeth, and the top is magnetic, which I love because it's just so satisfying when you take the top off and then you hold it just above it and it snaps back into place. Love it. And some of them were just plain teeth. Some of them had wings, just kind of, fairly simple wings, and they were just wood. And then I did some with rose gold glitter wings, and wow, those were so cute. And that was I sold out all of those. They were precious. All right, I'm gonna take a break for just a sec. I'm going to clean my hands because what I don't want is to get black on that white backer. And then we're going to come back and we'll put all this together. All right. Be right back. All right, we're back. So anyway, before we get started with this, since I did just mention the Tooth Fairy boxes with the rose gold glitter wings, I thought you might like to see one. So here it is. How cute is that? I mean, I'm dying for these rose gold wings. Rose gold glitter wings. And then the top pops off. Of course, you've got your rose gold glitter inside, and it just snaps right back on. How fun is that? Anyway, so that was my hot seller. They come in 2 sizes. This is actually the small, and then I had a large, which obviously has a larger tooth and larger wings. So anyway, that was my hot seller. So I'm excited about it. I think it's super cute. So anyway, back to the task at hand. Okay, so first things first, I'm gonna brush off any fuzzies and whatnot that might still be on here. Quite a few there actually. All right, so now I'm gonna grab my little my brown pieces. And I'm going to start with my bottom one. Now, these should hang over the side a little. This is not a square. So, you know, if you've got it one way and you put it on and it is the same size, just rotate your backer and it should overhang. Now, you can measure and make sure it's, you know, the same on both sides if you want to. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to eyeball it, you know. A lot of times your eyeball, if it looks good to your eyeball, it's going to look good to everybody else's eyeball. Nobody else is going to be like, oh, I can't believe that's a fraction of a piece of an inch more on one side. So, anyway. All right. So, here we go. We're going to glue this. Now, of course, you're going to get your little single-use super glue. Take your top, twist it on, it pierces the foil, and then you use it and you throw it away when you're done because there's no way to close it up. I'm going to use my Gorilla super glue. FYI, I love Gorilla super glue, but I actually prefer the one with the green cap because it's gel. This one's more runny, but that's okay. That's okay. And, you know, remember, you don't have to get all the way to the very end because it's going to be hanging over. So I'm going to start. I might be almost out of this. Great. This one's empty. Ugh, hold on. Okay, I'm back. Got I think this one actually has glue in it, so yeah, we should be good. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna, remember, you don't have to get carried away with it. And I'm sticking kind of to the middle because it will kind of spread out. So, you know, line it up at the bottom, center it up until your eyeball says it looks good, and then hold it down probably for 15 to 20 seconds. So now our next one, we're going to do the same thing at the top, but we're going to put our twine in place too. So the twine will be sandwiched in between the backer and the top brown piece, and it'll be glued down. So that's how it will hang. So, all right, that's pretty good, I think. Okay, so the top. Now, what you want to do first, get your twine in place. Make sure you don't have it hanging down lower, or it's going to be like that. You don't want that. You want it to be under your wood piece, so it's hidden, so the end is hidden. So I think that looks pretty good to me. It's about the same. All right, so same thing with this. I might put get a little glob actually on both of those just to make sure that I hit that area. Okay. And then same thing. Line it up at the top. You know, slip it so that it looks centered up to your eyeball, and, you know, really press this one down because you've got that twine under there kind of pushing up, so you want to make sure that you're really applying some pressure. I hope you can even see what I'm doing because I've got this up near the top. I feel like it needs to be held down extra, but I want to move on. So I have something that helps me hold things down. This is actually a Blackstone grill press, but it's heavy. I got it at Lowe's. It's fantastic for holding things down like this. So anyway, I'm gonna sit that on there and then we'll kind of move on. So now I like to lay things out before I start gluing them. That way, in case I don't like the way something looks, I can move it. So I'm gonna grab my flowers and I'm just gonna kind of start, you know, putting them on here, trying to arrange them and see how I want them to be. Anyway, you can move them around, put them where you like them. And it's totally up to you. I feel like I need to swap. I feel like that was two kind of thicker ones right next to each other. I feel like I needed a thin one to sort of break it up a bit. So here we go. Yeah, so I think I like that. And let me move my Blackstone. Yep, that's on there. Cool. Oh, I'm a little up. Oops. Okay, maybe it's not on there because that just moved. You might have to put extra glue on that top piece. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna grab my spring, put it on here, and then hello. So laying it out in advance just gives you a chance to, you know, move things around if you don't like them. All right, get out of there. All right, so let's see. I think I'll scoot those up just a tad. And maybe, like that. All right. I like that. I'm happy with that. So now I'm going to start gluing these things down. Now, when you're gluing your flowers down, you're just going to want to be careful with your super glue, not to get too much kind of along the little stem areas, because it, you know, sometimes it will kind of squish out. I don't know, can Gorilla Glue like give me a sponsorship or something, because I just love their super glue and I feel like I talk about it all the time. I love this one because it has a brush. Like, you can also take this off and use it normal. I don't even do that. This one is reserved only for delicate things with the brush. So it's just like almost like a nail polish brush. But it's nice because you can kind of get glue on these little delicate pieces, and you know, it doesn't squirt out too much around the sides. I mean, it is a little, but not too bad. So anyway, I love this for little stuff. So I'm just going to start gluing things down once I'm happy with where they are. glue them down. Don't glue it. Don't glue it to your finger. Ow. Ouch. Okay. Got it. She's barking at nobody. There's no one out there. Alright. That one. I am putting these kind of all the way down to the wood too. I don't know if you can see that, but you know, as if they were growing up out of there. But you know, if you wanted to have some growing down from the top, knock yourself out. You could even have like, you could even have like these coming down like this. You know, if this one wasn't glued down, I could put it over there. But so I mean, they're all right. Sorry about that, guys. Had another neighbor visit. Anyway, so I glued that piece down because I was mid glue when she popped by to say hello. So anyway, gluing. Don't glue it to your fingers. I don't even remember what we were talking about before. But anyway, she popped by to see how I did at the arts and crafts show. So I'm thankful that I have wonderful business neighbors who care about me and how I do. So I'm surrounded by good people here. All right, so that's glued. I think I'm gonna go with the spring next. And sometimes too, it's not necessary to get the glue on every inch of it. You know, just key spots. Because if you've got a good bit of it stuck down, you know, the rest of it's gonna stay there too. So all right, let's spring. And it kind of like that. Press it down. Okay. All right, y'all. All we got left is this hello, and then this thing is done. All right. H. Whoops. E. I hope these are straight because I'm not looking at them from above. I am looking at them from kind of an angle. So y'all might be, let me look. Yeah, it's pretty good. I was going to say, y'all might be looking at this going, hey, that's crooked. You know, you could do them crooked if you wanted a more whimsical look. I feel like I'm doing them crooked. We'll pretend like I'm going for a whimsical here because I feel like they're crooked. That's okay. That's okay. All right. Oops. Oh, well, look at there. That came undone, didn't it? I guess I didn't get enough glue in there. Wonderful. Well, that's okay. That's all right. Well, we'll get a little crazier with it then, I guess. Fine. If it wants to be that way, that's fine. All right. So anyway, got that back on there. Put my black stone on it again. And I'm pretty sure that L is now stuck down in a very jagged, crooked way, but that's okay. The point is that you know how to put all this together. So yeah, that's what we're going for. Hello. Hello, spring. All right. All right, y'all, there it is. It's not perfect, but it's mine. So there we go. Got my glue off there. Move that. Push this down really super hard. Okay. That's not terrible. That L is a little lower than the rest, but that is a-okay. All right, so there it is. Now you can, I would definitely hold this down a little more, but then you can hang this up and you've got your little cute Hello Spring wall hanging. All right, y'all, let me know what you think. And if you want to subscribe, you can do that on my website, downtowncrafthouse.com. All right, I'll see you next time. Bye.